I'm here with Sean Hall, one of my young boxers, and definitely a dominant force in the light heavyweight division. And we're going to go through some basic fundamentals for you. Okay, hello there. This is Pat Barry from Barry's Boxing in Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're working along with Fit Builders, who are assisting us in putting out these tapes. Basically how-tos, but just to give you a little bit of exposure to some of the training in amateur boxing, professional boxing, or just being a boxing fan and watching it on TV. Today we're going to talk about the social distancing, easy for me to say, distancing, which is so important. The fight's not over until the final bell. Right now things are looking a little better. Some of the restrictions are being lifted from us, but we're still not back to being able to have real competition or close proximity thereof. We try to keep all the boxers that come into our gym aware of this, and so they can still maintain a good workout and get a good conditioning program, but they're not doing any sparring. What we do is we put them in the ring, and we have a circle marked about 6 foot round, and we keep both of them on the outside of the circle, and they can actually go through their movements, throwing their punches and head movements, bending at the waist, throwing their punches properly, and still not worrying about getting too close together. That helps their circular movement. And on the outside of the ring, we have two lines of tapes that run parallel to each other, and they're 6 foot apart. And one boxer again gets on one side, one on the other, and they can move back and forth, going down laterally, throwing their punches, so they practice getting a lateral movement. Lateral movement and circular movement is pretty much the main premise behind boxing. You've got to be able to move, and those are the two directions you're going to go, either lateral or circular. Of course, there's forward and backwards, but we don't need any special assistance on those. This is Sean Hall, one of our young boxers that's going to give me a hand today and showing you what we do. Focus pads. It's kind of a two-pronged learning session here today, because I'm showing you focus pads and the use thereof, and we're talking about the social spacing and giving good respect in the gym to the fact that the virus is still out there, and again, no fight is won until the final bell. So we want the kids to stay healthy, but we want them to stay working out, and this is all going to be part of the I think the program, the new norm, so to say. Sean Hall, young man, been boxing with me for quite a few years. He's going to show you how we social distance from each other, about 6 feet apart from each other, and we're just going to move lateral. So normally we do this outside the ring, but in the ring here, it'll work just as well. You'll get the idea. And we just work off of each other. Good, Sean. We just work so we can practice. If he throws a jab, my reaction time is not what it used to be. It was never that good. That's why you never heard of me. But hey, it's getting better. I'm not getting hit with any punches. I'm on the outside, and I can slip the shots, and I practice the movement. Hopefully most of the photography is being shot on Sean now, because he's got the skill. But that's what we do, and we keep the distance. We can see punches coming at us, causing us to make the moves that we would normally make when we are boxing. But again, we respect the social distancing. Along with going just lateral side to side, again, on the outside, we've got the circular area taped off, where we just move around and keep that 6 foot distance. Go like we have the circle, there you go. So you can actually move. So we can practice. I start getting too close to him this way, he goes that way. There you go. Just like you would cut the ring off, same way you would if this wasn't the case and we weren't fighting this coronavirus. There you go. Oh, I'm getting you, Sean. I'm getting you, buddy. I'm getting you. So this is, I mean, it's shadow sparring with just a little space between you. I think this is the type of things we need to stay sharp and stay ready, because when they do lift the band. Focus pads, essential part of boxing. They were never heard of years ago, but you know what? The idea was still there. You have some of the old boxers, Sam Langford, I mean, we're going back at 1800s now, who still had their trainers put their boxing gloves on backwards and hold their boxing gloves up. They didn't have any conception of the idea of focus pads back then, but they wanted to see their boxers throw punches and work, and they didn't want to take the impact on their hands, so they wore other boxing gloves and just turned them inside, put their hands on the right on the left and the left on the right, and just hold them up. And we see some old black and white footages of that. Since then, though, they've come a long way, and these boxing organizations, Ringside and the likes, they've come up with their own focus pads, which has definitely taken the boxing world by storm. I don't think you go into any boxing gym where you don't see focus pads. Certainly not any quality boxing gyms, I would say. So focus pads, they're for the trainers, protection on their hands, and you can actually get in the ring with your boxer and you work. Focus pads are for teaching. I really believe that. That's what you want to do. You want to teach and you want to work with your boxer, where you can be right in close to him, you can see him, you can keep him working out and talk to him, tell him some areas that he might want to work on. Keep that right elbow in close. There you go. Throw it up straight, right hand, left hook. There you go. And you can move around the ring. It's very similar to sparring, but the boxer's not going to get punched back. So he can actually relax and practice on the form and the techniques that he needs to do. There you go. Good. It's excellent for practicing the jab, nice and straight. You see some trainers now and they have all these routines. It's obviously, it's choreographed. It looks fancy, but then you wonder and you ask yourself, does that really help the boxer when he's fighting? Because boxing is spontaneous. You can't go in there saying, this is the combination I'm going to throw in, because you may not be in that position. Your opponent may not offer you that opportunity to throw that combination. So you got to react off of what he does when you're in the ring with him. And that's why when I hold the focus pads, I like to go spontaneous. I don't like to go with the set basic combinations and, all the fancy frills. With that being said, I know there are some great fighters that work off the focus pads and do those spontaneous, those impromptu type workouts where they have the set format, and that does help for hand speed, and it does work for burning calories, so it does help give the fighter a good workout. But I think when you just go in the ring and the boxer honestly doesn't know what combination you're going to show him next, you're going to get more benefit out of it. There you go. See, none of this is pre-rehearsed or edited. This is all Sean just seeing the opening and taking the opportunity, just like in a real fight. Or I should say a real boxing match. There you go. And you see the opening, you can touch him. There you go. Good. Put it there, baby. There you go. Nice. There you go. There you go. It's better than hitting the heavy bag when you're working on the different punches, because again, you're right in there physically with your boxers. The heavy bag to me is still the #1 piece of equipment in the gym, however, because that's where you can really get your conditioning and your punching power from. There you go. And you don't have to have someone hold pads. So if you're in the gym by yourself, you can still have a workout with the heavy bag. The focus pad, you can't really have a workout by yourself with. There you go. You need a willing partner to hold the mitts, stay in close, give them the opportunity, show them what punches you want. There you go. There you go. No, that's fine. Just cover that midsection. Good. Try not to push that right hand. Give me more of a turn. There you go. There you go. Right there. That's it. Good. There you go. That's good. Very good. Bend your knee a little more. Dip your hip. There you go. There you go, right there. So that was the workout routine today. We're working on the focus pads. We're working on showing a little respect for the virus still, and understanding that during your workouts in the gym, you're still responsible to keep yourself healthy and keep each other healthy. I hope if you like it, you'll hit like, share, and subscribe. And that's how we keep these programs going. We'll continue to be on the air, and we'll continue to bring you the little tidbits that maybe you wondered about and didn't have an answer for, and hopefully we'll answer them for you.